now you're at the valet line. What happened?
So then I tried to get her number. She said no. But I could tell I could tell we were having a good time, and then she left.
It was like a playful no.
It was a playful no.
You felt a metaphorical little hook.
Yeah. She left, and then I left like 20 minutes later. She still happened to be out there. I said, oh, you look cold. Put my jacket around her.
Oh.
And, I thought it was cheesy. I thought it was really cheesy. And then I said, now can I get your number? She said, yeah. She said yes. So.
And the rest is history. May I ask how you met your husband?
Yeah, I met him through one of my closest friends who was
Really?
playing in his band. Yeah.
Man, that's such a nice connection. I am wondering if these guys are serial killers when I meet them.
Well, you should.
I mean,
you should. I think you should keep. I think you should keep your spidey senses up.
It's terrifying out there.
It is terrifying.
Okay, so you met. Was there immediate sparks?
Yeah, I thought he was just really funny. We met him in a group. We met in a group situation. And we were all going on a plane together, actually, because I was a guest of my friend's. And he was making a really stupid joke on the plane. He was wearing all white. And he passed by me and my friend Charlie, and he said, do you think they'll see me? Because he was in all white, so he thought he was like a ghost. It's a really bad joke.
And you were like, but
I was like,
I love you.
Oh, I like this guy. And he just has a nice way about him. He's so sweet and such an easy person to be around. And he's such a good listener, and he's so curious about everyone he meets.
And you were saying also in the pandemic that, like, in a romantic sense, it seemed like it just solidified your best friendship, your bond, your partnership.
Well, we're already very codependent. And so to force us to be together and without anyone else was actually quite comfortable. And like our kind of like our dream. Like I do enjoy being with him all the time. And you and Kelly are similar.
Yeah, if I'm filming, she's on location, but obviously when I'm acting, for those 12 hours, I'm not with her. But other than that, I was saying, like, this job is really unique because I'll work for, 6 months, then I'll have maybe 3-4 months off, and I'm with her from the moment I open my eyes till when I go to bed. I honestly, I never get sick of Kelly. Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, aren't we all romantics? Wait until you see this movie. I just think it asks the best questions about the type of love that is right for you. And, something I didn't know about you, funny enough in particular, and it applies to you too, you guys maybe didn't want to be child actors. You wanted to wait a little longer.
I think it was because I just wasn't able to do all the extracurriculars that I loved. You couldn't do both because then I wasn't there for ballet rehearsals, and so I wasn't allowed to do the Nutcracker when I was in 4th grade. I tried auditioning for like a few months, and that was heartbreaking to me to not do the Nutcracker.
That's a very measured response subconsciously, I think.
Well, my dad actually asked me to write down a pros and cons list when I was like 9 years old.
Which I love.
Yeah.
Because they work, by the way.
It did. It was very clear. So he let me make a decision that was informed at a very young age. And it was something that I continued to do for the rest of my life. But that was the first time I did it.
And then when you had a bite of the apple, when was it where you were like seduced into like, nope, I'm doing this full time?
I was doing Laramie Project at school in 10th grade. And I just decided this is the most important thing we can be doing is telling each other stories about our experiences. And it was the thing I always loved more than anything. But then it was clear that it was a valid job, that it wasn't something I had to be embarrassed about wanting to do. Mm-hmm. So it was then.
You were in your early 20s.
Yeah, but also I didn't really want to be. I didn't know I wanted to even try for acting until I was probably, 17, 18.
What happened with you? What bite of the apple did you have where you went,
I think I was always I literally was voted class clown. I liked making people laugh.
Class clown with swagger.
Yeah, class clown with swagger, baby. But I just remember getting a laugh on stage and feeling without really, in my mind, putting a ton of kind of effort into this thing. It seemed like a natural fit, whereas music, I was always good at music, but I had to try I really had to put a ton of hours into it. And sports, I was always good, but again, I had to really grind. And I just felt like I was starting at a place where I had a natural kind of feel for it. And if I really dedicate myself to it like I would music or sports, then, you know, maybe this could happen.
I really love that because I feel like I could apply that very thing you just said to other people I know and love and my own kids of like, what feels natural to you? What's taking an exorbitant amount of effort and is maybe a little more square peg, round hole? And what are you gravitating to? Because I think when someone finds their passion, it's like a miracle. We'll be right back.